Hi, my name is Marian Carrillo, and I'm hoping everybody's having an awesome last week of school, because I am. So anyway, I decided to read the book when I was Puerto Rican, written by Esmeralda Santiago. I picked this book is because I wanted to learn a bit more about myself as being a Hispanic American. I know the book's about Puerto Rican, but even though I'm half Ecuadorian, half Peruvian, and I said that is because I believe that all Hispanic are the same. There are things that we have in common and things that we don't have in common. So we are not all the same. So anyway, the book was mostly about a Puerto Rican female who was an immigrant, and the book tells us all the problems she faced while she was in the Puerto Rican and transforming from living in the Puerto Rican to American. She questioned about being American as well as following the tradition of being a Puerto Rican. And also, the I could say that the character was most likely in the emotional tone, sensitive, as well as a lack judgment. And she spent most of her childhood life in this beautiful island of Puerto Rico. And I believe during that time, the Americans were trying to make Puerto Rican as and I quote, Americanized. Well, she was growing up. She learned like different kinds of lessons. One of them is how to eat like a certain food called waya. I'm not sure I'm not saying it correctly, but it's waya. And another one is to identify the sound of a tree frog, which most likely we call it coquito. That's what they call. Well, when she was about 6 and older, she started working her way around the world. You know, in a white, working a white air, work. Sorry, in a full of working white men. As she's growing up, she has seen the culture clash between the Yankees and the Puerto Ricans. Once she got used to the place where she was living, her mom decides to move to another place, like a bigger place. Her mom has simply made her way from being Puerto Rican to New York City. As being the eldest, her role was to guide her siblings. Like I believe towards the end, as Miranda moved to New York, she had to learn new language, new set of rules, as well as creating a new identity while she's in New York. Well, as you know, during the book, she had like 11, like including herself, 11 siblings, and she was forced, to do certain things. And as well, she's talking about the landscape and the life that she had, which was unstable. And she had a journey from living to the barrios of Puerto Rican to living in Brooklyn. And Esmeralda has many roles. One was translating things for her mother, especially when she was in the welfare office. And then, as well, she graduated from Harvard. And I believe she was the first one to graduate. As I said, as I said before, that I feel like I understand what she was going through, because I grew up in a household of only speaking Spanish, and as I was growing up, I was taught that when you're home, you speak one language, and once you start entering the new world or going to school, you get to learn another language, which was English. And so, well, like, to be honest, I feel like certain things there were differences as well. Like she was able to have her freedom. She was able to go outside as well. But only like as well as having a difference that she had to take care of her siblings. I never had that problem. I had an older brother who took care of me. So basically my brother felt the same way. And the only thing is, she spent most of her time, in a private public school, because basically it seems like it was affordable for back then. And the only thing was that I feel like kind of, I'm not sure if it's sexism or not, that during that time, that the females were supposed to stay home while the males, worked. And it seems like as well as the father was something up with him because he had an affair, and he also had other kids besides Esmeralda and her other 10 siblings. So as well, like, well, I gained, what I gained from it is that she was a little poor girl trying to succeed. Like, she had to work her way up to where she's at. Not like, I feel like, not like myself, that I had the privilege of having my parents helping me to succeed in life, like encourage me, tell me what I want to do, so her behavior as she was growing, it changed because she got to learn, move around, and basically, when she moved around, everything changed, allowed her to become, like, the more she moved, she became a better person. And as well, that, when, like everybody, like, once you move to a new country, you get to learn, like, new culture, and I believe that Esmeralda, as she was growing up, that since they thought, at the end, that she's not Puerto Rican anymore because she became Americanized, and because she adapted to the life of New York. Like, anybody would do the same thing, because everybody assumes that once you come to New York, you have a better life. So I felt like she went through that, have a better life, but other than that, it was an interesting book. It's like, like, half of like, I felt like I gone through the same situation, even though I was born in New York. But we all go through stages. Like, they judge us based on our culture, based on even our accent, because apparently Esmeralda lost her accent as she was growing up. So I don't know what else I could tell you. It was a very interesting book. The title, as I was saying, the title interests me because it seemed like the book was written in the past. Well, they say it was. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and you should read the book. It was interesting. Thank you, and good night, and good luck in your course.